Hello, everybody. Lisa, can you text my mum and tell her to join the tour, please? Everybody, I'll say hello in a minute. This is a special ceremony to start today. It's part of the festival. Thanks, Lisa. Hello, everybody. So we're in Omihachiman today. Hello, nice to see you all. Thank you so much, Lisa, for doing that. They're just doing a ceremony before the festival starts today. We're on the second day of the festival, but I'm afraid I was at work yesterday, so I've got no evidence of that. But it's going to be wonderful. Please listen to the drumming.
これより本日ご参拝の皆様方のご来場の方々に玉寿をかけますのでご拝礼いただきます。まず、木村八幡宮責任役員、石井文蔵殿。先町祭運営委員会委員長、多田幹夫殿。近江八幡市長、小西治殿。近江八幡警察署署長、田尾智弘殿。近江八幡消防署署長、山本忠夫殿。
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for coming in to see the start of the the blessings ahead of the festival. We're here on the second day. I'll say hello to you properly in a moment. We are at Himure Hachimangu Shrine, the most important shrine in Omihachiman, and the center of the fire festival. So I'll just turn you around so you can have a look, and I'll let you see myself again in a moment, and I'll say hello to you guys officially. Thank you all so much for being here. We're likely to hear drumming again in a moment. Right now, after they have performed the initial ceremony, they are having each of the presidents of very important local businesses give their thanks and blessings to the gods here at the shrine. So let me say hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and joining me on this really special day. Extra special because I've lived in Japan for 3.5 years almost, and I've never been able to come to this festival because of coronavirus. It's always been not advertised and minimalized dramatically. So I'm really happy to be here today, and I can't wait to show you around and show you some incredible floats and things. So hang tight, stick with me, and we'll learn a little bit about a really important cultural thing that happens in Japan. And it's also part of the 4th most dangerous festival in the entirety of Japan. So I'm really happy that you could come here and see this rather subdued start of it. So thank you very much. And hello to everybody. You know I like to give you all a big hello. Might be a few too many of you to do that today. Let me see. Chelsea and Lisa, Kim, Sheila, Beverly, Mala, Hadrian, John, Marianne, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Hi, Charity. Sarah and the girls. Hello. Jody, Mindy, Tim, Deborah, Jane, Cynthia, Carol, Hayward, Victoria, Adian, Jerry, Zahara, Quinn, Joanne, Anne, Isa, Cheryl, KJ Torres, Richard, hello, hi Lynn and Olga, Lisa, you get another one, Katie, Joanne, Lisa D, hello, hi Carol, Viviana, Andrea, Maha. Thank you that you like my mask, Stephanie. Hi, Mark. Mark again. Mark P. Andrea, Camilo, Violetta, Liam, Elisa, Danette, Trenda, Carlus, Lois, Dahlia, Tina, Francis, Andrea, Maria, Gregory, Lauren, Virginia, April. Oh, you accidentally clicked to me. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Hi, Sarah. Good question. Gregory's just asked if I understood much of what was being said or done, and I was a bit nervous that I wasn't going to understand anything and you guys were going to ask me. And then I realized that I was understanding some of it, so that was good. That's how I was able to tell you that it was presidents of local companies. So assuming I got that right, that's what we saw. We saw presidents of local companies just then giving their thanks and blessings for the start of this here festival. And inside this large building here, there is a golden mini shrine. You'll have seen them on one of my other tours before. And that's very, very sacred in the middle. I wonder if they'll bring it out later. Perhaps not, because the important thing today is the dashi, which are, it's interesting, dashi is a word for soup, but the kanji is totally different. So we're going to see dashi, which means big, big floats being carried around the city, which is pretty cool. Here, I'll walk you around the shrine a little bit before we soak up the atmosphere. These ladies are taking pictures of something really wonderful, and it'll be great to get a real close-up of what we're going to look at later. But welcome, my name is MissKendalJames, and I'm so happy to have you here today. Do check me out on linktr.ee/MissKendalJames. You can find links to my YouTube, Instagram, and all kinds of other stuff too. But let's go and have a look at these and tell me if you can work out what it's made with. I'll let these other people have their view as well. We have a performance area here. This is actually, I think, for No Theatre, N-O-H, No Theatre, which is pretty cool. It's the oldest form of theatre in Japan. I think it might be 1,400 years old. But look at these guys. What do you think? What is that made of? You are both correct. Straw, fish, cloth. Yep, you're all correct. So these are the very special designs. This is an example of one from the Year of the Rat. This is a very special design of thing that is going to be on top of all of the floats. Every float has a different design. Let me try and get you a clear, full picture. There you go, it's the best I can do. And they are made from food. So each of those designs is made by different municipals, different towns and things in the area. We've got 13 in Omihachiman today as part of this celebration. And those are made from seeds and food and other things. And yes, there are fish. The sea is made up of fish. I can give you a little close-up of that one in particular. So please, if you're watching this on Heygo, you can look in the chat, and I'm giving you extra high-resolution pictures. So do check those out if you like. I was hoping we'll get to see a little bit more drumming just over here. I hear a little bit more drumming, but I think I might let you come outside and soak up the festival atmosphere, and we'll go hunt for some floats. We're not going to see all 13 today, and 5 of them will be burned alive later. At the main festival that happens tonight, which is very, very exciting. Throughout the day, these big old floats are going to be paraded throughout the town. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. Here's an example of one I saw being worked on earlier. I'm going to teach you a little bit about that. And bear with me if you've got questions and things. Hold them to a little bit later on, please, because I've got information to tell you about the festival. The festival is called Sagicho. Sagicho. Yeah, I think that's right, Sagicho. Here's another example of a little one from the Year of the Tiger. Hi, Santosh. Nice to see you near the start of one of my tours. Wonderful. Yeah, you're all right. So beans, fish, straw, maybe not cloth, but the stuff that cloth's made from. You're a tiger. Don't tell me it still hasn't come, Mary Lou. It's going on a wild adventure. So this festival has run for many, many years. I think on the website, if you go on Sagicho.net, you can see more information. Please don't put it in the chat or read it to everybody, because I'm going to read similar information. But you can see examples of previous posters from other years. Oh, look, how interesting. We've got an omikuji here. That's a little lucky charm, like blessing, but it's in English. Isn't that interesting? But this is the countryside of Japan. This is Shiga. So it's not really the countryside. It's very built up. I think countryside in English terms and, in British terms and in Japanese terms, quite different, I think. There's super countryside-like places up in the mountains, but this is very built up, as you'll soon see. Right. That's a nice postcard, I think, just there. I hope you've got that one. So if you're new to Heygo, thank you very much for joining me today. And you can take postcards at any moment. You can also leave me a tip at any moment, and I greatly appreciate your contribution to my time, energies, and considerations to yourselves in the form of tips. So thank you very much. And a great big welcome and thank you to all of my sponsors as well. Past and present, thank you so much. Yay, my mummy made it. Oh no, now she hasn't seen the shrine. Hi, mummy. I'm turning back to show you the shrine, okay? Oh, 1 second. We do have... The drumming has started. We can have a little bit more drumming for anyone who's just come in. Hello, mummy. Well done, Lisa. You did your bit. So please listen to the wonderful traditional sounds of Japanese ceremonies over here. I think it's a Japanese flute and a drum. In fact, I can show you the gentleman playing the drum. 1 second, we'll turn back. I really wanted to catch him playing the drum. Hello, Victoria. Thank you very much for joining me for the first time. Hello, Victoria. Thank you. Yes, that's very kind of you to say, Dahlia. Dahlia says, Kendall is the best. Arigatou gozaimasu. So we're together for 75 minutes, which means we've got just under an hour left. I'm pretty sure that's what I've marked the tour as. The tour, I mean, it could go on for 10 hours, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to do that. But I am going to invite you back tonight to come and see it all alight, which is very, very exciting. So I hope you enjoyed hearing those drums a little extra for a little bit longer. And look, a full-blown festival is happening over here. I can see that, Gregory. Gregory said the tone would perfectly suit. Oh my goodness, I'm very hungry and this thing looks so yummy. I may not. It's a cheese thing. Gregory says the sound would perfectly suit his tone-deaf singing. Here we've got takoyaki. I'm very excited people who love takoyaki, which is Japanese octopus dumplings, a little bit of octopus inside, some batter. So I'm just going to show you around the little festival zone, because if you guys are waking up in the middle of the night or coming back later, you might like to see how this changes. It's going to get so busy. I wish you could smell it. We've got sweet potato with sugar on. Taiyaki fish over here. It's not fish, it's a little pastry. I'll just give you a little walk over this way and show you another little shrine area too. Who wants a cucumber on a stick? These are Japanese cucumbers, so they're super tiny. It's actually the first time I've seen this presentation. How unique. You could have yourself a ketchup cucumber on a stick. Oh, Victoria, that's adorable. She says her dog sang with the music. Very nice. I'm going to walk you up over to this shrine. So up here we have Hachiman Mountain. In the top over there, I've actually taken you on a tour up there before, and in the cable car. You can check that out on YouTube. I guess it was quite a few months back now, but it was a surprise tour, one of my best surprise tours ever, because it was like a full proper tour. Konnichiwa. Marshmallows on sticks with chocolate. That's where my heart lives, in sweet food, I'm afraid. So I'm going to take you for a view along that. Oh, we can see the cable car go up. I'm going to take you for a view along Hachiman Bori, which is the canal, Omihachiman Canal, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the festival that we're going to see. So let's get some context. Let's soak up the atmosphere. You know I like to provide context. And also, if you care at all about collecting the little Heygo coins, then my walking around is only going to help you out a little bit more as well. So we've never come this far back on my tours in Omihachiman, but I've taken you on lots of tours to see this wonderful historic town. You're probably getting a very modern view of it right now. Oh, Lisa, your favorite. Konnichiwa. Look, Lisa, it's a whole pile of these little guys. Kind of Pokemon origami. Konnichiwa. Origami. Little tanuki. I'll get you a tanuki shot as well before we carry on. These guys are busy getting a picture of it. If you see Kit Kats, I just bought banana caramel Kit Kats. How's that? Right. Here we go. Tanuki shot. Ta-da! Look at that guy with a maneki neko in his hands. That's cool. That's cool. Here's a look at this. This is an old castle town. This castle actually used to be Oda Nobunaga's castle. He is one of the most beloved, famous samurais of them all, from 425 odd plus years ago. Thank you, Victoria, for giving me a follow already. I appreciate that. Appreciate you considering I've earned your trust. Now, do I buy a beer for the road right now? Should I do that? That's a very festival thing to do. I think I might come back later and get lots. It's, let me see, for time, it's 11 a.m., I think. And I hear the first floats are going to start being paraded through the town at 11:15. I quite put myself on the spot earlier, and I went to meet the gentleman who's part of a group that's been making the floats. And I'm wearing a bright pink dress, a green cardigan, pink tights and blue shoes. I have blonde hair and I'm quite tall. So I really stuck out like a sore thumb amongst about 20 men I went to go and meet and say, hello, what was his name? Mashiwaki. Nishiwaki-san. I went to go and see him and I said, is he here? Koko ni imasu ka? And everyone just looked at me and went, which was a little bit embarrassing. But it's done now. Thank goodness. Yes, John. Asahi. So if you guys are coming back to the festival later, it is my 8:30 p.m. The floats start getting paraded and burned around 8 p.m. And we're going to see them continue to be burned at 8:30 p.m. But I'm coming back with friends. I'm coming back with Americans, an African and Japanese person. So do come and join me. Right. You're going to get some clear context coming up soon because this is the outside of the shrine here. I'll get far back for you. I'm going to just about carry you over to the Hachiman Canal. So if you're on Heygo, you can click and see the map and see where we're following along. And I hope that brings you some joy. Or if you're watching in some other way, because I like to put my tours on YouTube as long as the signal is my friend and such, then you can have a little look on a map of your own and we'll look for the shrine and the canal that we're coming to. Let's have a walk. And I'm going to read to you after that. There's chanting over here. So loads of floats have been made by lots of nearby towns. It takes them about 3 months to make the floats. And then tonight they're going to be burned. So I hear that there are all kinds of tiers. I don't simultaneously cast onto YouTube, no, but I do upload retrospectively. Actually, I don't think I have enough followers on... Oh, I might do. I don't think I have enough followers on YouTube. I've only been doing it for about 8 months, so I'm not sure if I can even do that yet. Heygo used to, but I don't know if I can. Whoops, lost my train of thought then. It takes them 3 months to make the floats, and then they get burned. You can imagine if you spent 3 months making something and then it's burned in front of you, how would you feel? How would you feel about that? Oh, the map is nice, but not like the ones I make. Gregory, have you seen the maps I make? Where have you seen them? So back in the UK, I was a bit of an accidental cartographer, which is someone who makes maps. I used to make watercolour maps, and I might like to make them one day again here in Japan. I need 1,000. There we go. Everybody go follow my YouTube channel. I'm MissKendalJames on everything. So I'd appreciate a little follow if you don't mind. Now, I'm afraid I put things up on YouTube pretty quickly, so they don't have snazzy covers on them, and they don't have little points in which you can search for things, because I have many jobs, my friends. I'm a very, very busy soul. So one day, if I'm just freelance, maybe I've got the time. But here we are, our beautiful Hachiman body. We have to go careful not to lean over the side and lose our lives too quickly. But some of you may have come and seen me here for the Lantern Festival. All of this was lit up with lanterns as the red leaves were displaying themselves come autumn last year, which was wonderful. Yep, I'm on Etsy. You can check me out on Etsy, MissKendalJames. And this is winter scene, right? Even though it's March now. So we're about 3 weeks away from these becoming pink blossoms. So do come back and see Hachiman Bori. I walk all the way along it. You can check that out for blossom season, cherry blossom season. It's going to be really exciting, let alone I've got some of the most exciting cherry blossom tours that you'll have ever seen coming to Heygo. And that's tall order because there are the likes of Atsuko and Yusuke and Eriko here on Heygo as well. I ought to sell stickers, sure, but like I said, limited time. I sell postcards right now, limited time and limited money. Anything I purchase in advance costs me. So, we'll see. Konnichiwa. Hello, dake. Thank you very much, ... What should I call you, ... Or should I call you ... Part of the game. I'll call you ... Okay. Looks like I got it correctly. So this is a very exciting part here. This is where a lot of the burning is going to happen, I think. I heard that they parade right back from where we started over that way, down over that way, and then they come all the way through here. Now, I'm going to take you for a little walk around the outside, and then I'm going to give you a little shot of, maybe we'll sneak down one of the side roads. But 75-minute tour, can go on longer if necessary, but I think I can still get to 3 floats for you. I know where they're parked, basically. I can take you to where they're parked. Now, in this wonderful old school building turned museum, you can actually grab yourself maps. The maps are in Japanese, but I've got one that's got a little bit of English on it. But luckily, I know this town very, very well, so I don't really need those. The sky was perfectly blue earlier, but it's gone really cloudy right now. You know what? I'm going to cross the road, give you a nice view of that from the other side. A bit hot and sunny. I'm very excited today. Very excited to say that from tomorrow, we don't have to wear these masks in Japan. Unfortunately, I still have to wear them for 2 more months in my workplace, but we don't have to wear them outside or inside anymore, which would be very good. Ava says, very good news for me. Toronto, my map locator top left is working again. I thought you said your Totoro map is working, and I was very excited. So, right, here we are. This is going to be so crowded later. I can't even, guys. I can't even. It's going to be quite something. So, Omihachiman is an old merchant town. It was really booming back in the Edo period, which was some 400 years ago. Konnichiwa. Shiba-ken kawaii. What? That dog has got a death wish standing up like that. Hi, Angela. Hi, Lisa. What do you do when you don't do your regular job? Art and sell. Many things. Many things. 1 second. I'm going to start walking down this street, guys. We're going to have to walk down and then turn around after. We don't normally go down this street, but it's a street that leads to Monte Chocolate, actually, just around the corner. I'll keep telling you about the old town in a moment, but I want you to see close-up of some of the floats. So I think I take you over here first. I can take you around to 2 more. And the floats are huge. They're called dashi. Dashi is actually the name of the base soup that makes any kind of lovely, it's the base broth that makes any kind of soup in Japanese, in Japan. But the kanji for this one is actually totally different. So apparently it means mountain car. This dashi means mountain car. Let me show you in just a sec. Hi, Euclid. So I do many things all the time. So if you think I'm already hardworking, well, I'm afraid I'm much more hardworking than that. Do the live tours and teach English. I do freelance teaching art and English. I make and sell my own art, and I also have art exhibitions. And I help kind souls constantly because sharing is caring. Thank you, Michael. It was Girls' Day recently, so we've got some Girls' Day things here. Now I've got quite a lot of legwork to do to get you around to at least 3 of these, so I hope that makes you happy. I briefly met some people over here earlier. I think it's the right direction. I'm not feeling very confident right now. They wouldn't have already moved it. I think so. I think this is okay. And I'm going to take you to the canal after. So yes, I've got to do some legwork. Please bear with me. I hope you enjoy the ride. Yeah, it's going to be good. Too bad you don't work in a museum. You'd be an excellent docent. I'm afraid I don't know that word. Does it mean invigilator? Was I meant to go down the next road? Let me see. There are a lot of people over there, which is a good sign. I think I might go to those people. A what? Docent. An invigilator. Somebody who looks after museums, museum exhibitions. Yeah, there are many people taking pictures over there. Good shout. Good shout. Right, let me get my information out to read to you at the same time. That is something I can do. Oh my goodness, a full-on falcon just flew overhead. I don't know if you could hear its wingspan. So because it's a festival, you notice there's lots of these amulets outside. Here, a museum interpreter, a museum guide. Oh, that sounds cool. Explain exhibits and get paid. Yes, I like the sound of that. Okay, so I've lowered my mask because it's really warm today. But this is our guide and map, but it happens throughout the whole of the old town of Omihachiman. Here you can see from the year of the dog in the past. There's a little map on the back. This is why we can't go to everything, but we can go to some things. So let me take you to some of the oldest merchant houses just around here. You did it for 7 years, amazing. The round trees remind you of Twin Seas Animal Crossing. Konnichiwa. And also the trees with the little streamers in them. They're warding off evil, the red streamers. Yeah, they're in Animal Crossing too. And yeah, the round trees just here. So the houses out here in Shiga are quite big actually because it's semi-countryside. Konnichiwa. Oh, look, we have a very special Tobidashi-kun just here. And our first float. Are you ready? First of all, Tobidashi-kun. This one. With a with a bull ring. I guess there might be beef around here somewhere. I'm a bit apprehensive that people might be trying to take pictures of me because that happened earlier. That's what I get for wearing very crazy colours. I look like a much older lady that decided to just wear whatever she wanted. Konnichiwa. So here's one of the first floats. I'd make a decent docent then. I guess so. 3, 2, 1.
Where do you come from?
イギリス人です。でも、森山から来ました。森山に住んでいます。Omihachimanが大好きです。3, 2, 1. So these are all made of food, which is pretty amazing. And tonight they'll be burned. Isn't that crazy? 1 second, the gimbal's being a bit silly. 3, 2, 1. So if I get you a little close up here, perhaps you can see. So this is totally the calm before the storm. You might not believe, but it's true. This is the 4th most dangerous festival in the whole of Japan because everyone's going to start drinking soon. They're going to start drinking a lot. I went to see one of these floats earlier and it was pretty impressive. They were changing the design on it. So yesterday, the design was totally different. And all of the red streamers are warding off evil. It's all part of the ceremony, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in a second, Quinn. Quinn's asked why burn the floats. So I've got some information about Sagicho Matsuri. Himatsuri means fire festival. In a little booklet that I've got with me. So bear with me. Everyone's saying, why do they burn the floats? 3, 2, 1. Just bear with me a second. So, you know that in many cultures, 3, 2, 1, sacrifices will be made, right? Sacrifices are made to show to gods how much you appreciate them and how serious you are about being decent and good and kind and hoping to make a better life for the future. So if you invest 3 months of your time into making something and then sacrifice it to such a ceremony, then I think you're making a pretty valid point that you really do care about the gods and that you mean business, that you'll be decent and kind and a lovely human. But they're amazing. Can you see a person next to it so you can get an idea of the scale? I'm going to keep walking and read you the official text. for the festival. Keep walking through the old town. It'll take you to see at least 2 more, and one of those should be being paraded around. So they're made of very, very strong, heavy wood. It looked like pine to me, but I'm not sure. Let me see if I've got information with me. And they get carried by gentlemen. In some towns, things like that could be carried by... There are small ones for children and some that ladies can carry too, but generally it's men that carry them. All of the men from the town, one from each family, or I saw twins earlier will be carrying some. But everybody drinks lots of alcohol all day long, and they continue to carry the floats. So it gets very, very dangerous, and the streets will be absolutely ram-packed with people. So I'll be carrying the gimbal up really high and in all kinds of positions later. I don't know if anyone would mind dropping a little link for the tour that's later. I know at least half of you will probably be asleep. So sorry about that. So do give me a follow on YouTube. Oh, I'm amazed to see these houses, but I'm also just lowering my mask for a second because talking is not so cool. It is good news, no masks. 3 years ago, March 11th, the anniversary of the COVID pandemic. Actually, Ava, that's just the anniversary of the pandemic in wherever you are, I think, unless that was when it was officially listed as a pandemic around the world. But in Japan, it was prominent from February. So more than 3 years we've been wearing ours. I've got some tea in my bag. Thank you very much, Dahlia. I will have a bit of tea have a bit of tea in just a second. I'll pop the gimbal down. Thank you, lovely. Our water in Japan is green tea, of course. Thank you, Liam. That's very, very kind of you. Thanks for helping out and popping a little link there. And I think, thanks Evie as well, you did that. Hi Penelope, nice to see you. Osashiburi. Konnichiwa. Kyou tanashinde kudasai. This is a wonderful church that was created by lovely architect. Konnichiwa. An architect, an American missionary that came to Japan about 160 years ago, created some fantastic buildings, around 400, and he loved Omihachiman so much. I think someone just said, ... said they're reminded of my journal when they see the way some of the elements of the floats are stacked up on top of each other. Let me give you this as a lovely view while I just grab myself a little drink so that I don't dehydrate. Plan to stay in Japan and get residency here. I wouldn't be able to get residency for about another 4 years, sadly. But as far as I know, yes, KM, a Christian church. He's a Christian missionary. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you past Da Monte. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you so much for the tip. Now, let me give you a little look here. Well, I've got a stand. So here's a little flyer I've gathered. And here are some pictures of them they were paraded around yesterday, all 12 together, and then one was selected as the best. And I'll let you get a picture of this information, but I am going to read it to everybody now as well. And what have we got inside? You can see some of the different years. It's all based on the years of the zodiac, which is why there's 12. But actually there's 13 today, but I'm not sure what we'll see. And here you go. People carry them, people stand on them. It's fantastic. I don't have to wait 4 years. I've been here 3.5. I currently have a visa. Once I get married to my partner, I have to wait 3 years after being married to my partner, and we're not married yet. So that is why I think I'm about 4 years away from getting permanent residency, which sucks, doesn't it? So I'd have had to have stayed here 7 years before I got anything, or more. Hi, Kenji. Nice to see you. Lovely colour on the woods. Yeah, on the wood. Sorry, woods? Wood. Totally. It does say a lot about things, doesn't it? Plan to get residency. I'm not planning anything in my life. I'm just living, just being. Okay, we're going to walk past the Monte Chocolate and then back into the merchant town. I was saying that it's a very important part of Japan and was crucial to the delivery of rice throughout 400 kilometers away in Tokyo. It would be carried down to Nagoya in the heart of Japan. Wonderful city. I love Nagoya, but it does have a bad rep among tourists for apparently not being as fun at all. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you the second float, so please enjoy that. Sumimasen! Second float over here. I think I can get you two more, actually. Konnichiwa. Trying a respectful little konnichiwa. I'm going to ask, they're still working on this one, which I'll explain to you in a second. They're doing repair work and also changing it around a little bit. So we're going to walk right around the front. So this is the workshop that's outside, lots of different houses to repair the float after yesterday. It's not 4 years, Mary Lou, 3 years after marriage. So, but if not, it's 10 years. Konnichiwa. The streamers are so pretty in the wind, and the wind is blessed because of the heat. What do you think? Isn't this cool? Made of food. Yes, ... Yeah, the dice hanging up here. I've just asked someone about them earlier. The bunnies are so realistic, aren't they? 3, 2, 1. Daruma as well, yeah. Loads of, and there's a kendama. Many things. This one has toys and games on it. Kites and fans and toys and games. すいません。世界中にライブ配信。すごい。大丈夫ですね。Look at them with the power cables as well. Little power cable for me. Konnichiwa. Try and get you a nice shot. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. ありがとうございます. Cool, aren't they? Really cool. Let me get some arty shot of these power cables. Oh, someone send me that picture later. Lisa, I nominate you. I would love this picture later, please. You know I'm a fiend for the power cables. Like, look at this incredible float that they spent 3 months making. Nope, power cables. So the people for this particular float, they're wearing yellow happy. Happy are the kind of jackets, a loose summer jacket, but it's actually festival clothes. And the festival clothes have special designs on them that represent the different towns and things in the area. May I just say thank you very much, everybody. I'm happy to have 86 of you here actively, and probably more in total. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm very honoured, and I hope that you really get a sense of what it's like, the calm before the storm of a wonderful festival. We're going to go to the canal now. It's going to be quite special. And we can meet the boys that were very embarrassed to meet me earlier. I'm entertaining and light. 76 kilos, don't know about light. Look at the beautiful blue sky. I do love when a Japanese festival comes into light with a blue sky. What more could we ask for? What more could we ask for? 1 second. Oh, silly one-handed guide, two-handed guide. Oh, there we go. Right, bonus tanuki owl frog situation. Here you are. Oh, thanks. Thanks, ... Konnichiwa. This is a tanuki. Tanuki are guardians bringing luck to the house. Tanuki is a kind of Japanese raccoon dog. Yeah, the walls, everything. It's just wonderful, isn't it? I mean, this is someone's house, so I won't hang around here and look at their car, but great dragon. Lion dog, dragon lion dog. Everything's a dragon for me. Oh, Liam says, I have a friend who feathers the same way about scaffolding, who feels the same way as you about scaffolding as I do about power cables. That is very interesting. I think people would think scaffolding is even more ugly. So that is very interesting. The Tanuki is starting a zoo. Would you help them get started? So I heard one of the first floats is going to start being lifted now, but it's going to take quite some carrying. And they've got to go around corners and they're right next to the canal and everything. Dragon Lion Dog feels like someone's new nickname. I nominate you, Kenji. Dragon Lion Dog. Nominated. He who claimed it gets it. Let me see. This is Uwaicho. Uwai is derived from Uoichi, fish market. Fishmongers lived here. Shofukuji Temple of the Jodo sect of Buddhism, located here, counted among its supporters many of the Hachiman merchants. The head of the Tsushima clan, So, is known to have had lunch here. When Korean delegations came to Japan for talks with the Tokugawa shogunate in the Edo era, 1603 to 1867, they often called here on their way to Edo, which is modern-day Tokyo. So, as I was saying, as we come up to the canal, modern day Tokyo, and the shipment of rice all the way throughout Japan. This is a kind of central point for getting to major cities, such as the now capital of Kyoto. And so Biwako, the canal that links through Omihachiman is, I think, 600 kilometers long. I might be mixing that up. 400? Anyway, you'll have to come on that tour if you want those full details correctly. What am I trying to say? Sorry, distracted by cars. That was crucial to the trade of rice through the middle of Japan to Kyoto. Look at this 7 little dwarfs hanging out there. So cute. A little shrine just in the middle. Who's newly born? I'm looking for the newly born. Do I ever show you parts of Japan that most don't know? Well, yes, here you are in Omihachiman. You'll mostly see locals here. You won't tend to see many foreign people here, although sometimes there are exceptions, as of course there are schools for teaching English all the way around Japan. But my partner is from Osaka, and I've taken him to tens and tens of places that he had absolutely no idea about. These are some of the grand, large, old merchant houses that are very, very important and centric to that trade a long, long time ago. And if you had the pleasure of coming with me to something that ... has just mentioned, ... just said, do I ever show the parts of Japan that others don't know? Yes, I'm taking you on Thursday and Friday to Ishiyama Temple. You'll only find locals there. And I'm taking you to Notogawa-cho to see... Konnichiwa. To see the dolls of Notogawa again. Oh, kirei. The dolls of Notogawa. And I teach many students here in Shiga. And when I tell them the places they've been, they make this sound. They cannot believe it. They always say, Shiranakata. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. So yeah, somehow I seem to have a knack for finding the things that others aren't getting to. No, Moriyama doesn't look at all like Omihachiman, but great question, Barry. Great question. The tour later shows some of the floats being carried. Yeah, this tour is going to show some of the floats being carried. So hang tight. We've still got 20 minutes left, but if I need to stay a bit longer, I will. And hope that you can too. But yeah, we're going to see one being carried at very least. I'll listen out for the chants. Yeah, Dragon Lion Dog Kenji. Oh, my happiness. Shall I say this? That's awesome. Thanks, Kenji. You're champion. Right, let's go see one more float and then hopefully see one being carried through the streets. Pretty exciting, and I'll listen for the chants and things. Oh, I haven't been to the place where the lady makes lots of kind of scarecrows. 1 second, I can hear strong chanting. We might have to... Yeah, I think I'm going to change the route. I hear strong chanting, so we might be seeing carrying sooner. I think it's best to follow the chanting. Thank you so much, Liam. That's so kind of you. So, no, I haven't been there, but my friend has been there. I'm afraid I like to follow things that suit my personality, so my tours usually reflect my personality, I think. So I'll bear it in mind, and if I get an opportunity to be there, I'll check it out. But I won't promise it. But do check out my YouTube channel if you want to see some other places that I've been to. And here is the lovely William Merrill Voris, that missionary that I talked about. Thank you, ... Says, no, you don't have to go. Just wondered. Right. Trying to find the coolest location. Listening out for chants. I heard that at 11:15, so that was 13 minutes ago, one in a totally different location was going to start coming through this area. So I'm going to see if I can go and find it. But it is so hot now. So hot. I wore a cardigan thinking, how can I go from winter coats to cardigans in less than a week? Here's another Tobidashikun holding uni, which is eel. Japanese people love it. It's very good for you, actually, but you can't make me eat that. So, excuse me, spinning you around there. Two Rabbits Brewery. Definitely need to come in for a drink there if it's open later. It's a lot like a pub, which is great. I thought I'd follow the chanting, but actually, let's go around here and see if we can embarrass the gents from earlier. Thank you for saying it's a lovely cardigan. You love eel and scallion hand rolls. Interesting. Look at this today. What a lovely view. How far is this from where I live? About 14 kilometers. Konnichiwa. It's about 14 kilometers from where I live, and then a walk or a bus. Okay, the float I want to see is around the corner. We might get to see them lift it, I hope. We'll see. But first of all, I think there's one extra over here. Yeah, so you get to see 4 floats today. It's my mission to get you one that's being carried as well. Yeah, I do eat off the streets. I drop my chocolate on the ground. There's no stopping me from eating it. Oh no, it's gone. Is it gone? Ooh. They're getting ready to carry it. Kiss it to God and swallow. What are you talking about? ... Wow, I think I'm not meant to get too close right now. Yeah, get out of the way. You want to watch it be lifted? And there's another around the corner I really want to see. Ready? True. Yeah, Penelope, I'll have to stop. Oh. All of the rice shook off it. I've got a feeling they've been drinking already. Don't worry, you're not flirting. Well, I'm always flirting, ... so don't you worry. Flirting helps the world go round. 5-minute rule. I once left a macaron out on my step for 12 hours and I still ate it. And that was only 2 months ago. So, the Sagicho festival is held every year on the Saturday and Sunday closest to March 14th and 15th. Thank you, Barry. With the construction of the Hachiman-yama Castle by Toyotomi Hidetsugu after Oda Nobunaga passed away, Omihachiman was established as a town mainly by people who moved from Azuchi. Please come and see my Azuchi tour in the future. Coming up in 4 weeks, I think, with cherry blossoms. 3 weeks. Therefore, the Sagicho festival has roots in Azuchi. It is written in the Shincho Kochi, the chronicle of Oda Nobunaga, that the Sagicho festival was a major event held every New Year's at Azuchi Castle, and Nobunaga himself took part in the dancing in a very glamorous manner. It is said that the townspeople were surprised at the brilliance of the Hachiman festival at the Himure Hachimangu shrine, so they dedicated Sagicho floats in honor of the Hachiman shrine, filled with their newly found joy of establishing the town to pray to the gods to ward off evil spirits and prevent disasters. They carry the floats all the way around the town. I'll show you a map in a moment, Quinn. You'd have to fight my partner, ... Sorry. But he's pretty laid back, so you probably wouldn't have to fight him hard. Looks like they're going to jump through the hoop. Bear with me, I've got more information. Oh, you can probably hear me with it in the background. We could drink sake and roll the dice. Good idea. Isn't it cool? I'm not sure if they're going to lift it up right now, but I'm going to take you to see another one next to the canal, because I heard that one's going soon, and if not, we'll chase the streets around to find the right one. But first of all, look at these sweet little charms. Just challenge into a beer drinking competition. You said that because you know who's going to win, didn't you? Dragon Lion Dog. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. あ、ちょっと待ってください。はい、もちろん。でも、今、世界中にライブ配信のツアーをしています。はい、ちょっと待ってください。レポーター。いや。わI'm sorry, everybody. They want to take a picture of me. Abunai. Haven't 大丈夫です。はい。One piece. One piece. ちょっと恥ずかしい。Okay. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. It's okay. It's okay. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。So, looks like I'm being at Modari-san for a little while.
Thank you very much.
That's okay. ありがとうございます。Hi. So, they were taking a picture next to this with my messy hair flowing in the background. A little embarrassing, but still, I'd rather comply, because photographs, if you don't comply, end up with you looking astonishingly awful. So it's better if you comply, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's go and see the last float that I'm going to show you now, and then we'll go on a mission to find one being carried. You can see how pink my face is and how sweaty my hair is. Why on earth did they want a photograph of that? That is a little embarrassing. Let me reorganize things. I didn't ask where they're going to post the pictures because I'm pretty sure that if it's anywhere that I'm going to see, someone is going to send me a picture. I didn't do the 2-finger pose. I held my skirt gently and I held my gimbal out of the shot. Well, I had a microphone trailing off of me. Paparazzi loves a pretty girl with a red face, sweaty hair, and thank goodness mask on. Right, I hear liveliness around the corner. I think there's a secret little one around this way, and it's pretty impressive. It's impressive because there was a whole festival of these floats being paraded around the streets in the daytime yesterday. I hear it got very rowdy and people got very, very drunk. It's going to be even worse / better today. But just around the corner, there is a float that I went to see earlier. And apparently it had a totally different design yesterday. So today they have updated it. I hope it's still in place. And if not, we'll find it in and around the streets later. Well, technically there's 8 minutes left of the tour, but if you want me to stick around, I can stick around a little bit longer, especially as we want to see one being carried. So I saw them repairing it so that it's safe, or as safe as something such as one of these floats can be. Saw them repairing it this morning. Oh, is it here? No, that means it's being carried. Okay, we're going to have to go find it, which is no problem. Come with me this way. I saw them repairing it, but also changing it, guys. They changed it from having a whale background. They changed it to tempura shrimp, or prawn if you're British. Tempura prawn, so ebi, which I think is really funny. So they said, today we have a new concept. Atarashi concepto, which is funny. Okay. I'll not rush you as we walk around here. Let's go and find the mayhem, huh? So they said their one was leaving at 11:15, which means it's definitely up and around the streets already. I too want to see it being carried. Now, I was thinking of running a tour just of the night part of this. 1 second, let me show you also a little picture. This is some pictures of previous years and a picture of one on fire. Now, you see, because it's made with natural things, different kinds of food, different seeds, wheat, and things like that, they burn really effectively. But also, the seeds burn at different rates, which is quite interesting. So you see that final picture there. The horse is still visible. Gonna have to lower my mask for a second. Whew. Absolutely mystery of KJ. Mystery. Sometimes the mask helps. That is true, Dahlia. Sometimes it helps. It makes your eyes stand out, right? It makes your eyes stand out, but also some people just have shocking faces that you really weren't expecting. And as soon as they lower their masks, it's quite scary. I'm worried I'm not going to recognize any of my students when I start to see their faces in 2 months. I do stand out, especially as I don't have black hair. And I've opted for wearing my most colourful clothes today. They carried this quickly. I'm surprised. It's just a beautiful old town though, isn't it? Really beautiful. I've got a little bit more I can read to you in a moment. I'm going to go on the outside by the street, I think. By the main street. Do any of you guys know, if you live in America, maybe you know Mentrum? I don't know if you call it Mentorum. I'm not sure. But this shop in the background is Mentorum. And that architect I told you about, William Merrill Voris, or in Japanese, Borisu, he created that brand. Yep, the festival is called the Sachigo Fire Festival. Please go on sachigo.net to see many pictures from previous years. Sachigo.net. Sachigo-cho, sorry. Cho for area. Sagicho, sorry. Sagicho. Sagicho. So just bear with me along here. I'm actually glad I'm coming back for nighttime because it's too hot now. So I was going to just come at nighttime, but I thought there's no way I'm going to see those things be burned and not witness what they look like in the daytime. It's part of my artistic nature. I really want to see how things were built. Famous last words, Barry. Barry says, imagine if your boat was next to that canal. Later on, this is going to be heaving with people. Quite the contrast. Okay, this is a main spot, so we've done a big old loop. And the tour officially ends in a few minutes, but if I see one being carried, then I'll stay longer, of course. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, I think it's come around the back way. People are sitting waiting, so they know what's happening. I've already been advised by a local before the tour where I can sit and stand later. Yeah, first time in 3 years, so it should be packed for sure. Hi, Susan. So the local person earlier, her name was Kimi, she alluded to the fact that the floats would start up over here and come around the corner. It sounds like they'll come from the back, but as soon as I start hearing a chanting, I'll relocate myself. Hello, thank you. Next tour in quite some hours. Yeah, 8.5 hours or so. 8 hours. Yeah, the night show is going to be quite something. Let me invite you with a poster. Here's the poster to inspire you. But you know what I might do? I think I can stick around here for a little while. Maybe so I've got a surprise tour listing. If anyone can find my surprise tour listing and share it, that would be great. What I might do is give you guys a little break and set up the surprise tour in a moment. Well, in maybe it's going to be 30 minutes or so before the floats come through. So I can grab some food and drink. And then when the floats are coming through, or one is coming through in the daytime, it might be an extra tour. If there's not, I'll at very least get a video, or I'll go home and rest ready for the night show. Oh, welcome, Susan. Welcome to this new site. So Heygo is a site where we show our world. Us guides show our world to you. My world is in Japan right now, so yeah, thanks for coming. You can take pictures anytime you like. There's a button in the middle of your screen. There are even some people waiting along here, as if the float is going to come around this part. Thank you, Mum, so much for the tip. You can always trust my mum. My very first sponsor was my mummy, and she likes to leave me a tip too, so thank you. Sometimes I think people might not tip if they think that the tour didn't cost the guide any money, but it does cost us a lot of time, and the gimbal, the phone, the train fare, and the time, it all adds up. So thank you so much. This is a close-up of the Year of the Rat one that we just saw a little bit earlier. Okay, so I think I'll keep this tour at the designated time. I'm going to look out for the next one, and at the drop of a hat. The next tour is in 2 hours on Heygo. Great. So, let me check my battery 1 minute. Well, my battery is okay, so you can wait with me. Let me park myself somewhere and read you the next part of information, if you guys are happy to stay with me. Thank you. That's nice of you to let me know. Oh, wonderful. Over there in Las Vegas. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Just hanging out in Las Vegas. Thanks, Cheryl. So many of my sponsors are also my tippers, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, lovelies. If you do sponsor me, I get 75% of that, actually, which is very good for me rather than 60%, but it all helps Heygo, which we need to be able to do this. And you also get lots of other benefits if you do sponsor. Thank you, Hadrian. Now, stick with me, especially if I've still got 40% battery. We've got 2 hours until the next tour on Heygo. Everyone's sitting in anticipation, which is a good sign. But I'm going to read you a little bit more information about the festival. So let me park somewhere. US folks, don't forget to change your clocks forward. It's changing at different times all over America, I think. Because Laurie in Memphis, another guide, she's already changed her clocks. 1 second, I'm looking for a place to put my gimbal. Bear with me. Here. 1 second. Someone's going to sit here. You see how hot I am? It's way too hot here. Okay, guys, I've got a little bit more information that I can read to you. You can see me physically read it to you if you like. That's all right. Thanks, Marilia. I'm glad you had a nice time. At 2 a.m. they change automatically, but people will change it before bed. Okay, good to know. In the UK, they don't change for a while now. They change in a couple of weeks. Hi, Susan. Okay, Penelope. I hope you can come later too. Thank you so much if you decide to come later. Oh, sorry. Here's a little picture of the float while I organize myself. Okay, ready? Let me put something more interesting in the background. Then you can people watch as well. People watching as well is more fun, I think. The Sagicho Festival is a colorful and dramatic celebration with more than 4 centuries of history. The festival is held annually in Omihachiman to mark the event of spring and features parades of 8-meter-high floats, which are decorated with figures of the year's Chinese zodiac animal sign. Lively groups wearing colorful coats carry these floats around the town and engage with in trials of strength called kenka, in which pairs of floats are pushed against each other until one topples over. At the climax of the festival, the floats are burned as offerings to deities, and participants dance around the flames. The Sagicho Festival is an expression of both community pride and Omihachiman's mercantile heritage. Each float is made and carried by residents of a specific neighborhood, and the flamboyant appearance and grand scale of the floats were historically made possible by the wealth of the town's merchant families. The festival, which has been named a National Intangible Folk Cultural Property, takes place over the 2 days on the weekend closest to March 15th. And the English language text here was created by the Japan Tourism Agency, so that is how important it is. We've got lots of information about the floats as well, but it's all in Japanese here. But we'll be with my partner later, so he can tell me a bit about some of it, maybe. But he usually drinks a lot and is a little bit aloof, so don't hold your hopes on for that. But you can at least gaze at him. No, this is not also a Chinese festival. This is this is just the Japanese, just the Japanese festival, but a lot of things in all kinds of Asian cultures and even cultures in Western countries feature Chinese zodiac creations, but it's nothing to do. The culture is not distinctly relevant to Chinese culture. It is a Japanese festival wholeheartedly. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. Yes, Susan, you can give me a follow if you haven't already. ... I'm glad you like the mask. Hello, Gerald. Nice to see you. So, shall we go and buy some food until I get a sign of something? 1 second. I'm just going to check the timing. There's a timing thing here. Da-da-da-da-da. So at 6:10, the children's floats get burned, actually. And the really interesting thing is that the floats are in twos, as you just heard, and they have battles. They have float battles. But that happened yesterday, and I was at work yesterday. I hope he walks next to you, not in front of you. My partner. Oh, thank you so much, Victoria. She says it's her first time with me, and she says I'm an excellent tour guide. And her husband is in bed by 9:30 p.m. and he's still up. No way. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you decided to stay up with me. Here's a little bit of text for yourself from earlier. With the construction of the Hachiman Castle by Toyotomi Hidetsugu after Oda Nobunaga passed away, Omihachiman was established as a town mainly by people who moved from Azuchi. Therefore, the Sagicho festival has roots in Azuchi. It is written by the Shincho Koki Chronicle of Oda Nobunaga that the Sachigo festival was a major event held every New Year's at the Azuchi Castle, and Oda Nobunaga himself took part in the dancing in a glamorous manner. Now, what I'm going to do, because it's no good just sitting around here. I've got 35% battery left, which is great. That means I can take you around over here. We'll look at the food. We'll see if a float comes through. I think I'll give it 15 minutes to sense the sign of it. And if I don't sense the sign of it, then we'll just have to come back at nighttime to see the major event. But what I'll do is I'll show you more of the food from in this area, and I'll tell you a little bit about some of my other tours that feature more information about this whole shrine area. So for starters, in 1 month, I'm going to bring you back here to see this shrine completely peaceful. So please look out for that tour. I launched it at the same time as I launched these two festival tours, even though the latter of this shrine you'll get to see once it's all calm, so in a month's time when I've got time, because coming up soon is cherry blossom season. And I'm going to take you to Azuchi Castle, the one I mentioned just now, which is so important. I'm going to take you to Azuchi Castle ruins and teach you the story of Oda Nobunaga, one of the most important and famous samurai warlords. And he's also known as the great unifier of Japan. So what an incredible, do you say accolade? An incredible accolade to have, to be the great unifier of Japan. Although he was a full-on naughty guy of his age, and had many enemies, and that is what resulted in his death. Anyway, I'm going to take you to the castle ruins, and they're going to be gorgeous because they'll be surrounded in cherry blossoms. And that aside, you'll also be getting history, and you'll also get a little bit of understanding for why Japanese castles look like they do. Japanese castles have an incredibly wonderful aesthetic, with the Tenshu castle towers stacking up really high in pyramid-like formations. Oh, I have to eat this. This looks so good. In pyramid-like formations, and that is all because of Azuchi Castle, and I'll teach you the how and why of that all later on in the month. I think that's on the 28th of this month, so please do join me for that. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Marianne says Kendall's one of my favorites too. But it's not unusual food here. Is that a good sign, Adele? No, that's a game being one. But in Japan, the takoyaki, the octopus dumpling, which you'll see just over here, is not unusual at all. It's very normal. In fact, it's Osaka soul food. Very basic, yummy, cheap soul food. But I don't necessarily want to eat it. I have eaten octopus before, and its texture was not as I thought. It was better, actually, but still, mind over matter for me. I start thinking of the tentacles, and I get a bit creeped out. Thank you. Dragon Line Dog Kenji says, check out my Instagram. Thanks, Zahara, for following me. With a side of eel, exactly. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I wish you guys could smell it around here. Look, steamed buns or something being made in this wonderful steamer. The bubbling sound inside is really nice. Now, there is one other thing I can do, but I'm afraid I'm not doing it unless I get tips because I don't have the money. But if you guys want to go up in that cable car, I can take you up there, but I'd need at least 4 minimum tips to cover the cost of that. Thank you, Debbie. I'm assuming that was a tip for me, just full stop. 1 second, let me check the price of it. Oh, look, Lisa, the shop with the little sweets has also got soot sprites on top carrying them. Now, let me see how much it costs for a return. I can't remember. Return ticket. Adult child, round trip. Yeah, 4 minimum tips. I think Debbie's was for me anyway, so looking for 2 more tips if you wouldn't mind. If anyone wants to go in the cable car. Would you like to go up the mountain? I'm asking you guys to pay for that one because it's not part of the tour, but if anyone wants to stick around to go in a cable car, you're welcome. I'll give it 2 minutes to acquire 2 more tips. I don't usually work like that, but I also spend a lot of money on Heygo, so it's the best way to go this time. Karage, that's what my partner wants. There we go, got it. 4 tips. You guys want to go on up? Let me take us inside. All right, bonus tour happening. Thank you very much. Let me get my money out. Come on, money. Very kind of you guys. Come on, money. Oh, my money's all tangled. If your money don't jiggle jiggle, it tangles. Let me put you down next to this tanuki-kun. Is that an ominous tanuki? You'll probably experience me being quiet when I'm in the cable car, though, okay? Oh, sorry, I'm untangling my money. It's attached to my charger. Okay, acquired. Let's go. Oh, sorry, it's swinging you around. Oh, is it okay? 1. I'm gonna go. Oh, sumimasen. Oh. Does it go in here? Oh, finally. This is fun. My mistake. Hazukashikatta. ありがとうございます。I was a noob and pressed the totally wrong button. I pressed the button that said, no, don't worry. Oh, they're buying ice cream. Nice. So there are other people going in the cable car, so forgive me, I will be quiet. Well, I might be. I might whisper to you. Arigatou gozaimasu. I might chat. Who knows? You guys ready? Thank you very much, everybody. What's real soul food, according to you? Oh, there's no... To find the best route. Are you ready, Oli?
お待たせいたしました。まもなく出発します。
This is Omihachiman.
発車の際は少々揺れますので、座席にお座りいただき
Courtesy of Heygo Voyages that sponsored this trip up the mountain. Thank you very much.
また、客車内での急な移動は揺れの原因となり危険です。ご遠慮ください。本日は八幡公園にご乗車ください
Everyone's got hay fever.
誠にありがとうございます。これより皆様を琵琶湖国定公園にございます。
You're going to see Lake Biwa from the top,
ご
guys.
案内申し上げます。
This post-tour presentation is brought to you by Heygo Voyages. Thank you very much, lovelies. Everyone's got hay fever really badly. Bless them. It's really, there's so much cedar and the blossoms will start coming soon.
左手に進んでいただきますと、お子様方の
Everything here is an infomercial, that's true.
ブラックのお願い地蔵が祀られております。この場所からは、お料理の疑惑やイラストで、親の前の方は、そうですが、浮き上がってご覧いただけます。お山の中州には、豊臣秀次公の菩提を弔うために、少々送金され、後に八幡山へと移された、ブラックの御所随龍寺がございます。六角形の屋根が特徴的な山頂前方館
I can take you to the front of the car if I get in the queue first. Maybe I can take you to the front for the view down.
およそ30分の散策コースをお楽しみください。また、プロポーズにふさわしい
Well, actually, this really is just for you guys because I don't really have the time to be up here. But I thought it might add to your experience, so that's why I asked for the tips. And it's a fact, the tours cost money, so yeah, 4 tips is the cost of the ticket. Thank you very much. Bless you times 10, stranger. They don't say bless you in Japan, I'm afraid. The cable car is a nice surprise, isn't it? How often do they change their mask with AI or OW? Wow.
まもなく南昌駅に到着します。
Yeah, I can show ahead, but it's a bit...
散策コースには階段が多く
It's just
ござい
cable.
ますので、どうぞお足元にご注意くださいませ。
Show you the other side.
到着の際は少々揺れますので、座席にお座りいただくか、つり革をお持ちください。
Oh, that's true. New mask for sneezing.
なお、お帰りの際のロープウェイの発車時刻は15分間隔
We
で
made it.
運行しております。
It's lovely.
どうぞごゆっくり八幡山でのひとときをお楽し
Next
み
time
くだ
I'll
さ
be
い
that
ま
guy.
せ。
I've got 34% battery, that's great. I don't ski, no, I've never skied. I went on a tour with Patrick where he skied and I felt like I was skiing though. Okay, 1 second, spin you around. Let me see as we come in. So are you guys going to follow me around the UK this summer? I'm taking you to about 10 different cities in the UK, visiting home. I'll be in desperate need of tips for that because it's costing me more than you could fathom. Overall, the whole trip cost me a quarter of my annual income. So I hope for the help. Arigatou gozaimasu. So, welcome to Hachimanyama, everybody. It's a famous castle town, and there used to be a castle way up here, made by Hideyoshi-san, created by him. I don't know if I'm walking to the top. Let me have a look at the time. The view at the top is spectacular, but I think what I'll do is I'll get you a medium view, and then I'll take you back down because I've got to go do my annoying, stupid, silly taxes. And I still have to get all the way back home, a walk, a bus and a train to get back home. So let me show you a little view at the top and then a little view at part of the top, and then we can go back down again, and I'll try and be fast so that we can get the best view all the way down. Would you like to come with me? I'll take you. The lady earlier said it was dangerous that I was wearing a dress, which I thought was strange. Oops, but now it's windy, so I know what she means. Hi, Ginny. Good middle of your night. We're at the top of Hachimanyama. On the top is love. So thank you very much to the voyagers that specifically tipped to acquire this trip up the mountain. Thank you. All you need is love. I'm going to drink some tea though. It's really hard to open the bottle with my teeth. I wish one of you guys could open my bottle for me. Oh, excuse me. You're going to have to plonk you down. I really wish one of you guys could open my bottle. Excuse me. Okay, we're open. And we're up. Good. Look at the clouds. Isn't that gorgeous? Once they were up, they were up. Once they were down, they were down. Once they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. So drink it up, guys. I'll be taking you back down again soon. It's a lovely mountain to come clambering up, so do check out my YouTube video. In fact, if you follow me on Heygo.com, Heygo.com/MissKendalJames, then you'll see a little link to a video. I'll post it later when I'm on the train, so you don't have to go hunting for the video. There was a surprise tour where I took you all the way up to the top, and it was gorgeous, like we'd never seen. You'll be gutted you can't take postcards, but you can take screenshots. A green tea bottle, but see for tonight's tour when I will be drunk. I might not be drunk, but I will be drinking. I haven't actually had any breakfast or lunch, so I'll have to remedy that, or else it will be a very excitable tour. I'll be with my friends later, so it will be more excitable from the get-go anyway, because I'll be showing people around lovely Omihachiman in ways they don't normally see. So thank you very, very much, everybody. Yeah, it's a gorgeous painting view, isn't it? Excuse me while I just reach in my bag and I can get myself a version of a picture on my old phone, because it's not really fair that I don't get any of my own pictures on my tours, I think. I hope they release a button that allows such a thing soon. That would be nice. And let me take you back to this love. Did you like it? Did you have a nice time? Are you glad you paid for the trip up? And will you join me for the trip down? That's my question. Hi, Katsuhiro. So, get my ticket ready. Thank you, everybody. Specific thank you to those 4 voyagers that bought my ticket up here. Gorgeous. If you could see what my skirt's doing as well in the wind. Will it blow? There's my skirt in the wind. She said, "Abunai," which means dangerous. It's dangerous. I don't mind if anyone sees my bottom. Everybody's got one. Generally speaking, I'm pretty sure. Some people are pretty skinny. I've got a bit of a flat one. Oh, thanks. We're joining for a trip just about anywhere. Well, if you come with me on my 12-hour tour, coming up in 2 weeks, you'll have to take me to the toilet. I'm going to get to the front of the queue. Thank you. It's a new dress. It was a bargain. Konnichiwa. 15分。OK。15分。OK。イギリス人です。はい。森山に住んでいます。はい。3年ぐらい日本来ました。はい。日本語上手。いえ、勉強中です。あそこにはビデオを撮ってもいいですか？どこですか？あそこ。ありがとうございます。OK. So guys, he said that the cable car isn't coming back for 15 minutes. So you can wait with me. It can be a mini Q&A if you like, but I want to be at the front of it to give you guys the best look on the way down. So what do you think? Can you wait with me? Do you want a Q&A? You can have a mini Q&A in between, because it's better if we're at the front, right? You want that. It's ask KJ anything. Oh, you asked earlier if anyone calls me KJ. Yeah, some people do. People also call me Minty. Ginny calls me Minty. Some people call me MC for Kendall Mint Cake, or KMJ. Kendall Mint Cake James. KMCJ or MC. Yeah. So we've got a 10-minute ask me anything. Going to break Anna's record. I'm not attempting to break Anna's record. I'm actually just attempting to get around the lake. So it takes its time. So I'm definitely not attempting to beat anybody. It will incidentally beat people, but I just need the time to get around the lake. The lake is 200 kilometers all the way around. I literally cannot do it sooner. Hi, my girl. Thank you very much for following me. Oh, Nicoletta says, my daughter and I still talk about your wonderful Pocky Party tour. I think I might be able to get you guys a picture of me in my dress. So bear with me a second. Oh, I gotta mic myself. Let me see. Not down my dress. This is going wrong, isn't it? You're already seeing down my dress. Let me see what I can do. Again, not down my dress. It's not your birthdays. Yeah. What do you think? Dangerous. I think it's coming back. That would be good if it came back this soon. Yay, we get the front seat in a minute. This kind gentleman is letting me sit near the front. Mint cake. Yeah, Kendall mint cake. You found a store here with mochi Kit Kats and other yummies. No Pocky. Sorry. You found Pocky at Costco. How long have I been a guide? 1 year and 2 weeks. 1 year and 2 weeks is how long I've been a guide. I'm going to get myself to the front so no one can sneak my position here. I want to be the first one. I'm doing it for you guys. Let me check the Q&As. How long did you study Japanese? I'm constantly studying Japanese. I've officially been properly studying it for about 1.5 years, but I've been potting around doing my best for a year before that. And okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yay! Front seat. Whee! How's that? That's going to be good, isn't it? Ooh, scary. Oh, just the us. I didn't even need to stress. Are you ready? Okay, let me see. But it's really hard because in all of my jobs I speak English, so I don't get to study Japanese like many people study Japanese, sadly. But I'm learning all the time and I know I'm doing well. I'm trying my best. But I read and write and speak it all equal parts. Some people just do speaking and come along much faster. Why did I move here? I moved here for adventure. And then 4 months after I got here, coronavirus said hi. So that was not good, but I've still managed to have lots of adventures myself. What's one thing you want to experience that I never have done? I really want to go to Mexico, but I think I might have upgraded that to Brazil, and that's because of Heygo, actually. Series tours, I really, really love them. But also in Japan, there's lots of Portuguese people that have Portuguese people and Brazilian people. They speak Portuguese, especially lots of Brazilian people. Apparently, outside of Brazil, Japan has the highest population of Brazilian people. So I'd next like to try learning Portuguese so that I can communicate with them. And also, I thought I'd like to learn Spanish because I always wanted to go to Mexico. But instead, I'll go for Portuguese. Thank you. So I hope you appreciate the extra time I put into the tour for a surprise one. Thank you very much for Dahlia for letting us know that there wasn't another tour on for another couple of hours. So that allowed this. And thank you so much to the people that paid for this trip on the cable car. Let me see. We're having a bit of a Q&A, aren't we? Let me see. What's one thing I want to experience? Yeah, going to maybe Mexico or Brazil, or something like that. One place with great food, that kind of climate. Hi, John. Let me see if I've missed something. Dottie, do you have pronouns? Who's Dottie? Oh, Dottie. Dottie is ... How did I start doing these tours? My friend Hiro, he was a guide in Nara. He recommended that I start doing these tours, and I was a little bit later than he recommended. He recommended it for 3 months, but I was too busy. And then off the back of that, I started doing the tours. He doesn't tour anymore, but I guess he's busy doing lots of work. Marilyn Monroe moment back then, yeah. Have I planned future tours? Yes, Ole, there's tons of future tours listed, and I'm going to list about another 8, 9, or 10 for the rest of this month, so do look out for those. They're going to be quite something. I hope you'll join me. Why does the festival get dangerous? Grace, for this picture's reason, let me show you this picture. All of the festival floats that are called dashi, they get lit on fire later. And they get lit on fire, but also everyone has been drinking all day and they all have to carry the floats. So flaming, fiery drinkers and floats, and the streets are crammed with tens of thousands of people. And then everyone dances around the flames and takes the ash home. Oh, I can see one in the background. This is great. I can see one moving. So we can go and hunt for that one moving over there. So we're going to see one in the air. We're going to see one be lifted as well. Oh, I got the Marilyn moment. My dress is totally blown up and there's two gents behind me. Sumimasen. Hazugashii. When do I find myself shy? When my circle skirt is blowing up behind me and there's in front of me and there's two gents behind me. That's when. I find myself shy when I'm misunderstood. if that makes sense. I'm going to take you for a Nara deer tour park in 2 or 3 weeks. It's not listed yet, but I'm going to take you guys to see the cherry blossoms and the deer. And if I can get a hold of Atsuko or Hero, then I will. Oh, really, Beverly? You're Portuguese and Mexican. That's amazing. Yes, Japan is safe after Fukushima. Are they from Verona? I don't know, but they're going to be, hopefully they're happy with the service I offered just then. Now, I was so busy doing all of that I didn't actually get you guys a stamp at the top. There was actually a stamp at the top of the mountain, but I didn't really have the time. So let's go and find that float. Well done for sticking with me on this surprise mammoth tour. I appreciate 76 of you hanging out with me, yet still definitely getting myself a beer reward later, especially as I've got to find inspiration to do my taxes. Oh, great. One is really close. Are you ready, guys? The tour will be complete. So I set it at 75 minutes because I didn't really know how long I'd need, but I do appreciate you guys sticking with me for so long. You're going to see the main show. Oh my goodness, it's swaying already. And this is when they're not drunk. Did someone just say, how does she know how many people are here? Year of the rabbit, so many people have bunnies on their bunny ears. So the reason it's dangerous is because there are not guards around, but they're walking alongside people, so it sways a lot because of how heavy it is. Wow, look at this human manpower. It's coming our way. Scary. Did you see that? I just had to swerve right out of the way. They burn them as offerings to the gods. Tina, offerings. Gosh, they're fast. They're fast. And later, some people will be stood on them. Oh my goodness, they're swaying so much. See you soon, Joyce. The stamps are very important, Dahlia, but I've already got one from over there. They're getting some energy back by bouncing it. I think, are they going to bring it back? Yeah, they're going to bring it back. So actually they fight these floats. Everybody rams them towards each other as a kind of celebration of strength and appreciation of strength as well. I'm going to get out of the way. This is pretty scary. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm in official pressing position. They've got beer in their hands. Oh my gosh. Funny. Wow. That's cool. They're already drinking. One of them just was walking with beer. Oh no, chuhai, Japanese shochu, which is a Japanese type of vodka mixed with lemonade and juice and stuff. Just holding it in his teeth while he was carrying that along. What on earth? So this is, let me check, this is 12:25 in the daytime. It's going to become 8 o'clock. Well, it's going to be 8 o'clock when they do their when they finish up and they start setting them alight. They set them alight because it's offering to the gods, Tina. And these floats will take 3 months to make, and they're quite spectacular. Everyone's wearing their wonderful happy. This, depending on your municipal area, you'll wear different colors and have different symbols. Puts the Macy's parade to shame. Oh, Victoria, thanks. You want me to give these guys the wet one? I don't know what Japanese people would make of that. Yes, Grace, oh my, for sure. I could have been crushed. That would have been, what a way to go, you know, what a way to go. Now, you guys are getting pictures when I can't necessarily get pictures. Let me see if I can steal myself one. But outstanding, isn't it? This is all made from food, by the way, as a reminder. This person in my way a second. He's getting a video. Stop your video. Amazing. So there's another one being carried in the streets. I saw it, and I think I've got just enough battery to take you guys over that way. So let's continue over this way. So lots of people have come into the tour at different times, so they've missed bits of my information. So women can participate in this kind of thing. There's other festivals. Each of the festivals have different names. Each of the styles of floats have different names. And so the carrying methods, the carrying ways, who carries it, and what the floats look like changes dependent on that name, that style that they echo. And so I've been to a big festival before where even the oldest, usually the youngest men carry the incredible floats. Youngest, maybe, as in youngest, strongest, so like 20 to 40, but sometimes some of the oldest gentlemen will help. And there are smaller, lighter floats which are suitable for women to help too, or teenagers. And then they also have children's floats as well, with adults helping the children just in the background, you know, spotting the floats so that if it falls or if it wavers, they can be looked after. And you notice that the wood was resting on the back of their necks. They actually get incredibly large lumps on the back of their necks. Perhaps not so bad for this particular festival, but for other festivals I've seen, the lumps that they get are insane. So what I'm going to do is ask you guys to follow me on Heygo, because I'll post 2 links to 2 videos. You can also check down my Heygo channel, and you can see the videos I've posted in the past. But I'll give you specific links to ones on Heygo I want you to look at. One of them is an edited video of the Danjiri festival, which was just out.